Most Americans are not aware of the significant changes underway all across the electric power sector. Innovations and new technologies are fundamentally changing how electricity is generated, delivered, and used. These changes are making the power grid more flexible, more resilient, and more reliable. To start, we've gone digital. Electric utilities and their technology partners are deploying digital communications, thousands of sensors, and millions of digital smart meters to create an intelligent, resilient, and more enhanced power grid. In 2007, only 6% of U.S. households had digital smart meters. By next year, more than half of all U.S. households will have them. This digitization is the building block for a two-way power and information highway that is growing more sophisticated by the day. New technologies and innovations are changing how customers manage their electricity use and how utilities manage the power grid. We've gotten cleaner. Our electricity generation mix is getting cleaner. In 2000, 53% of our electricity was generated by coal, and 16% generated by natural gas. By 2012, just 37% of our energy was generated by coal, 31% by natural gas. Natural gas produces half the carbon emissions of coal, and since 2005, our carbon emissions have dropped 15%. Our fuel mix is changing, but our fuel sources remain diverse and homegrown. Natural gas, coal, nuclear, and renewable energy, including water, wind, and sun. Our renewable energy resources are expanding. Today, wind generates more than 10 times the amount of electricity it did a decade ago. It now represents 3% of our overall power generation mix. The sun is contributing. Today, solar power generates more than 7 times the amount of electricity it generated 5 years ago. This exponential growth is expected to continue through a combination of customer, community, and utility-scale solar. The future is bright. Renewable energy will continue to grow. By 2040, renewable energy sources are predicted to generate 16% of our nation's electricity, up from 12% today. In the midst of this electric power revolution, electricity remains a great value for customers. Increases in electricity prices have remained below inflation for the past 2 decades, even as the use of consumer electronics has surged. Electric utilities, technology companies, regulators, and policymakers all have an important role to play in positioning the power grid for the 21st century and beyond. By working together, we can all ensure that our electricity will be cleaner, smarter, and more reliable, powering the future for the nation's consumers, businesses, and industries. Powering the people, the next generation utility.